The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas.
Hello everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor.
The steamworks is one of the most important places on the island of Sodor. Its purpose is to repair the various engines and get them all back into working order. One summer, however, it got so hot that many of the Fat Controller's engines got into accidents. And they all sat waiting for the workmen to fix them as Paxton shunted Thomas in.
Not another engine.
The Fat Controller cried helplessly. And so, Thomas's branch line was left in the care of Toby, Mavis, and Percy, who all worked tirelessly in the beating sun to keep operations running smoothly. One day, Mavis was setting off from the quarry and down the tramway. The trucks were in a bothersome mood.
Don't dawdle, don't dawdle.
All in good time. All in good time.
Mavis chirruped back. As she crossed the tramway, however, there was trouble. On the roadside were Kelly and Max. They were helping to put up fencing alongside the road, but Max needed to collect some more wooden posts.
Move out of my way.
He snapped.
There is no room.
There is if you reverse down there.
Across the tramway was a larger section of road which could fit two vehicles, and so Kelly slowly backed up to give Max room.
Faster! Faster!
Max grumbled. At the same time, Mavis began to stop as the trucks were being too rowdy. She was about to give them a good telling off when Kelly reversed into her side.
Oh!
Ouch!
Mavis cried.
Sorry.
Kelly called.
Not my fault.
Max remarked. Mavis had to spend the next few nights at the steamworks to be checked over. And Kelly felt bad, and before the day was up, he drove up to Toby and Percy at the branch line sheds to apologise.
I'm sorry for that.
He moped. Toby wasn't best pleased.
You cranes
He grumbled.
can be really useless sometimes. A danger to the rails and trouble to the tramways.
It was only an accident. Those don't happen very often to me.
The crane retorted, but Toby wasn't having any of it, and so Kelly left. As the only engine with cow catchers and side plates left, he would have to do all of Mavis's work, as well as his own. The next morning, Toby set off early. He marshalled all the trucks and filled them full of stone. Then he brought the workmen up on board Henrietta before taking the first train down. By then, the sun was out and it was hotter than anyone could have anticipated. Unfortunately, Kelly and Max were still working on the fence and so had to suffer the heat. Toby grumbled to himself as he passed.
Silly old crane. Silly old dump truck. Silly roads.
The heat eventually turned the tarmac into a makeshift furnace and warped the rails. As Kelly moved across the tramway, he noticed this.
Oh boy, these rails have warped.
He murmured to himself. As Max growled on by, the sound of Toby's bell echoed up the line.
Oh no! Toby's in danger!
We must try to warn him.
Kelly's operator said. Quick as a wink, Kelly extended his crane arm out into Toby's path and blocked the way forward. Toby saw this and applied his brakes.
Kelly!
Toby snapped, but when he was told what had happened, the tram thanked Kelly incessantly. Whilst the rails were being mended, Max and Monty delivered the stone from the quarry down to the harbour. Then, by the time the rails had been repaired, Thomas and Mavis had also been fixed, and everything ran like clockwork once more. One night, Kelly drove past the sheds on the way home.
I've heard Thomas and Mavis have come back. Smashing news!
I'm just glad I can focus on my own work.
Toby chuckled.
Good night, Toby.
Good night.
And as Kelly's silhouette disappeared around a corner, Toby knew that he had made a really useful friend indeed.
They're 2, they're 4, they're 6, they're 8, shunting trucks and hauling freight. Red and green and brown and blue, they're the really useful crew, all with different roles to play around Tidmouth sheds or